Manga-Waido.
My name is Jun Suzuki. I'm a sophomore in high school. I'd like to say that I'm an ordinary guy, but I'm an introverted guy who loves video games and reading more than anything else. I'll spare you the details, but right now, I'm more nervous than I've ever been in my life because...
What? Suzuki? Why'd you call me here?
Scary. This beautiful woman is Mayumi Tsujimoto. As you can see, she's a delinquent and her father's a Yakuza or something. So she's feared by everyone. It's impossible after all. I can't ask her out. I looked to my classmate Nishida for help, who was lurking in the shadows. He still wants me to do it! Damn, he's completely putting me on the spot! It all started a few days ago. Nishida and the rest of his group, who usually messed with me, made me compete in a gymnastic competition as harassment, and I was defeated with flying colors. And then... Ask that delinquent girl out then! You got it? And so, I was forced to ask Tsujimoto-san out as punishment. I'm going to get rejected anyway, so I'll tell her the truth and apologize until she forgives me. With that in mind, I went to Tsujimoto, but seeing her right in front of me like this made me nervous.
Say something, or are you playing around with me?
Whatever. I like you, Tsujimoto! Please go out with me! I closed my eyes, and I lowered my head and reached my hand out. At that moment, the air around us froze. What's that silence? I was too scared to look at Tsujimoto's expression, but...
Fine.
What?
I said fine.
By that, you mean...
You're so slow. I said I'll go out with you. It doesn't matter. Come on, leave if you're done.
You don't mind? How come? Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
I bowed my head and ran out of there. Was that... okay? Well, at least I didn't have to get scolded by Nishida. Nishida, who was hiding behind a wall, had already escaped. I returned to the classroom, found Nishida, and told him what happened. What? I couldn't hear you with your small voice, but did you just say Tsujimoto replied, "Fine?" Even the person who had forced me to do the impossible was surprised. After school...
Suzuki!
Yes?
Come on, we're going home.
Does that mean Tsujimoto and I are going home together? Anyhow, I followed her since it was scary to go against her. But it wasn't like I was able to have a conversation with her. Silence continued. I have to say something. I have to say something! Tsujimoto was the first to open her mouth despite my panic.
Someone made you do it, right?
What?
Is this some kind of punishment game or something? Did they tell you to ask me out or something?
How did you know?
I can tell just by watching you.
I'm so sorry I lied to you. I stopped and apologized, almost about to get down on my knees. My heart was crushed with guilt at the thought that she knew all of this and still agreed.
It's fine. I'll pretend to go out with you.
What?
I'm not busy anyways, and besides, it wouldn't be good for you if you got dumped right after going out.
No way. I can't put you through any more of this punishment game.
You're so serious.
No, I mean, I can't ruin your precious memories of your youth. But when I said that, Tsujimoto laughed with her stomach in her hands. The more serious I got, the more others laughed. It happened often.
Ruined my memories of youth, huh? You're funny, you know? It's going to be interesting from now on. Meet me tomorrow after school again.
But...
What? I said I'd go out with you. You got a problem with that?
No!
Okay, that's the deal then.
With hands fluttering, she went ahead. I had to take responsibility for asking her out, more so now since she gave me the okay. Oh, I'll do my best as your boyfriend from today then. I'm like this now, but I'll become the man you deserve.
I'm counting on you.
And so, we became a couple, which started with a lie. 1 week later, today was our first date. We'd spent a little more time together at school since then, and when I asked her out on a date, she surprisingly agreed, saying, "I know a place we can go. When I arrived at the meeting place, it looked like Tsujimoto hadn't arrived yet.
Hey, over here.
What? Who's that? I thought I saw a beautiful, innocent-looking woman, but to my surprise, it was Tsujimoto! I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you.
It's about time you stopped using honorifics.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Let's go then.
Then Tsujimoto quickly started walking. And after a while, we arrived at... What? A library? Why?
You don't like crowded places, right?
It's true, I don't like crowded places. Especially since Nishida and his friends harassed me and made me distrust people, but... How did you know?
Aren't you always in the library? Besides, I'm a book lover myself.
I couldn't believe she'd been watching me on a regular basis. It was the first time in my life that a woman had respected me as a human being. I felt a warmth deep inside my chest, touched by Tsujimoto's kindness. After spending a while talking about our favorite books and reading to each other, I started to get a little hungry. Tsujimoto? Now there's a place I want to take you. I suggested we go to a crepe shop popular among girls, which I had researched yesterday. Tsujimoto also seemed to have a sweet tooth and said, sure, as she nodded with a smile.
Whoa, that's a lot of people.
I gathered a little courage and grabbed Tsujimoto's hand.
What?
We're going out into the crowd now, so let's hold hands so we don't get separated. The first time I held a girl's hand, it was small and a little cool. From arriving at the crepe shop to eating crepes with her, my heart kept pounding for Tsujimoto. This date brought us closer together. The two of us spent more and more time together, both at school and after school. One thing I learned from being with Tsujimoto is that she's actually quite feminine, although she doesn't usually act like it due to family circumstances. She really liked fluttery clothes, and most of her accessories were pink. Girls manga was her favorite genre, and she loved romance movies. She also had a room full of stuffed animals.
You're not a good talker, so you made me say things to keep the conversation going. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, I'm a tight-lipped guy, so don't worry. And she also liked to joke around. She suddenly crossed my arms the other day.
See? I'm pretty big.
Stop it! Don't tease me!
That's hilarious.
Tsujimoto seemed to really enjoy toying with me. She always frowned at school, but she's actually a cute person. These two sides made me fall for Tsujimoto before I knew it. I don't care if she toys with me or not. As long as she smiles, I'm fine with that. But after some time, she gradually started acting strange. When I tried to invite her out after school like usual...
Sorry, I have something to do today.
Does she not like me anymore? For some reason, she started avoiding me all of a sudden. But maybe it's brazen of me to be bothered by her avoiding me after asking her out as a lie. Even if she avoids me, there's nothing I can do. I told myself that, and to relieve my sadness, I went to the stores I used to frequent alone. Manga specialty stores, anime goods stores. I even went to see my favorite anime movies. But no matter what I did, I wasn't satisfied at all. I couldn't find it enjoyable. I wonder why, I thought. And at that moment, the image of Tsujimoto laughing next to me came to my mind. So this is what it means to be in love. I cried because I was filled with an emotion that I couldn't understand. I calmed myself down while gazing at the river or an empty bridge. By the time I realized it was night, guess I'll go home. As I began trudging home, what? I glanced at the park, and there was Tsujimoto! Tsujimoto! I was about to call out to her when I noticed a big, bad-looking man standing in front of her. I quickly ran and stood between him and Tsujimoto. Tsujimoto!
Suzuki, why are you here?
What do you want with my girlfriend? The man remained silent and looked me down. Scary? But I told myself that I shouldn't run away here, and I looked at the man in front of me.
Suzuki, that guy.
Hey bro, do you really like this girl? Weren't you just forced to confess to her? How does he know that? Despite thinking that, I answered immediately. I do! It's true that our relationship started with a lie, but I've always liked Tsujimoto. It's fun being with her. It makes me happy. I want to be with her forever. You. The man came closer to me. He was gonna hit me. I almost closed my eyes, but the next thing I knew, the guy smiled at me. Good for you. Miss? Miss? When I turned around, I saw Tsujimoto with a bright red face and a tearful expression on her face. Well, I'm going home. Old man's gonna be worried too, so please, don't stay too late. The man left after saying that. Who was that?
He's a guy from our clan.
Oh, so it's not like you were in trouble. What did he want?
Oh, well, I was just getting some advice about my love life.
Love life?
Yeah, I recently met someone I like. My family is a Yakuza, you know? So all the guys who come on to me get scared and betray me when they find out.
I didn't know she had such a painful past.
So I didn't want to fall in love anymore. But in the end, I fell for someone.
You fell for someone? Who could it be? But it wasn't me. I couldn't think straight when I thought that. No, you can't! I may be weak, but I'll become a man strong enough to protect you, so please, don't break up with me!
Listen to me until I finish.
What?
You really are slow. The one I like is you, of course.
Me?
Yeah.
I like you a lot too!
Yeah, I just heard.
Tsujimoto laughed a little tearfully. That's how we became a real couple. Over the next few months, we grew into a couple that wasn't ashamed to show off anywhere.
This is where you called me.
It feels like it was yesterday.
Hey, June? Are you ready to marry me and become the boss of the clan in the future?
Huh? What are you talking about? At school, nonetheless. I'm not going to be a Yakuza, but I'm ready.
June.
Oh, right. Nishida was the one who gave me the chance to go out with her. But after that, one day he suddenly said, and forced me to break up. I refused, of course. But Nishida said, "Who do you think you are? I actually like Tsujimoto. If you don't break up, I'll break you like a twig!" Huh? I didn't want to do this, but he was threatening me, so I had no choice. Nishida, I didn't want to tell you this, but I've already made up my mind. I met Tsujimoto's father. Do you know what that means?
Nishida. He's the guy who will marry me and become the boss of the clan in the future.
What?
If you fight with this guy, you're at war with us. You know that, right? Huh?
No, ma'am! I'm sorry!
You got tougher too, June.
I don't stand a chance against you, though. It's true. Ever since I met her, I feel like I've become much stronger. I guess having someone you want to protect makes you stronger. After that, Nishida became quiet, probably because of Mayumi's threat, and he transferred to a different school before his 3rd year. It was all thanks to Mayumi. I'm solely protected by her now, but eventually, I want to be the one to protect her, and have her become independent from the Yakuza family to have a normal family. That's my goal right now. I'm like this now, but Mayumi, I'm looking forward to us.